What's up, guys? Just want to give y'all a little review of this Pit Boss 1100 Pro Series. Got to tell you, I've had it for about a month now. Done several cooks on it, done some ribs, done chicken leg quarters, chicken legs, smoked a 22-pound turkey on it. It's great. I've got it running right now, just cranked it up, loaded a hopper up. About to do some more ribs on it today. I can't say anything bad about this thing. We've really enjoyed it. I'll talk a little bit about unboxing it. Unboxing it was a pain in the behind. If you're doing it by yourself, prepared, take about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, and putting the legs on, trying to reach through the barrel and get the screws in is kind of a pain in the ass. But other than that, after you get the legs on and you start getting everything together, and it all comes together pretty well. I'm going to talk about a lot of the bad reviews that I saw on this thing that kind of was turning me away from it. A lot of people said that they've had issues with the grates cracking, the cast iron porcelain covered grates. I haven't had any issues with them. People were saying they were cracking a couple weeks after they got them, and obviously it needs to be cleaned. Once it gets heated up and rolling pretty good, I'll scrape it down, but haven't had any issues there. Another issue that people were saying was they were talking about the auger mechanism and also a flame out mechanism. If you follow the instructions, right from the get-go, in the instructions it tells you how to do the first burn off. You follow that to the T, and then it tells you when to clean what, how often. And if you follow those instructions and you stick to it, you won't have any issues out of it. It's been amazing. Everything that's come off of this thing has had amazing flavor, cooked awesome. Also it does come down to knowledge of smoking. Your times, especially ribs. Some people do 3-2-1 with ribs. I do 2-2-1. I do 2-1-1. 2 on, 1 wrapped, 1 unwrapped. Everything's turned out completely awesome. And this damn hopper right here, in a month, I just filled it up for the first time in a month that I've had it. And I've cooked on it every weekend. That 22-pound bird that I cooked ate up a lot of pellets. But other than that, man, it's pretty efficient. You can get about 25 hours, 26 hours of cooking on it just on one hopper. And also another thing that I noticed, I'll walk around to the back side, a lot of people were complaining about paint. The paint. So right here you can see, there is a spot where the paint is raising up from the barrel. I don't really care about that. I bought this thing to smoke meat, not to look good. I bought it to provide a good product on the table, which it has done so far. A lot of cool features about this, man. I do like this little table. I wish it was a little bit bigger. Because whenever you put stuff on it and you raise the lid, you tend to knock stuff off. Having nice hooks right here, that's pretty cool. And also the dual probes. Dual probes are nice. It'd be cool to have a Wi-Fi mechanism on it, but it's okay. And I will say one downside about this: after you get to 250, you only go up in 50-degree increments. You only got 25 increments up to 250. So you got to kind of fine tune it. And also the temperature probe for this is located just inside on the left side, right there, if you can see it. So your temperature reading, you really need to pay attention to what's on the middle dial. I've noticed if you put it at 225, it'll hold between 250 and 275. If you go up to 250, you'll be running around 315, 300, you'll be pushing 375. So just, you know, obviously you got to learn it. I noticed you got mine. I got a hot spot all the way over here to the left, cold spot over here to the right, even though the fire pot is in the middle. And I don't know if it's got to do with this shield in the middle that's angled to the left and it's carrying the heat up to the left. Could be. And another cool thing about this thing is you got this slide right here. If you crank that thing up, you can sear steak on it. I did steaks. I did a reverse sear, and I cranked that thing up and got a good sear on it after I had the steaks. I had New York strips wrapped in foil for about 15 minutes. Unfoiled them, cranked it up, let the flame shoot up through the grates, and got a good sear on it. And I tell you what, the steaks came out so juicy you can cut them with butter. I do like the big wheels on it. Makes rolling around on the concrete and wherever you going real easy. It's a lot of cooking surface. Can probably fit decent sized butts. I could probably fit a good 6 butts on there. I took that little rack. It comes with, it says it advertises 1,100 inches cooking surface, and that's with that added rack on top. You can see the shelves on the side, and you can see it only gives you about 4 inches from the top of the grate, so you really can't throw too much on there unless you're doing burgers. You can throw burgers back there, and I guess dogs on top, but I ain't doing that. I'll just use the charcoal for that. But it's been a damn good grill so far, and I'll give you all a 6-month update. Like I said, as long as y'all follow the instructions to the T, cleaning this thing, you got to clean the fire pot every 3 times. You got to, you know, wash the shield every 3 times. Some things you got to clean every single time. But dude, this is for $5.99 before tax. I mean, this thing is awesome. It's got some pretty killer features that Traeger doesn't have. And I'm not saying it's better than Traeger. I've never owned a Traeger, but I've got lots of friends that do, and I can't tell the difference of the product coming off the grill. So I'll give y'all an update in about 5-6 months. I guess 5 months from now will be 6 months since I bought it. So I might give y'all a update on how everything's going then. But I don't think I'm gonna have any issues out of it. Knock on wood. Y'all have a good one.